Yeah! Do you know what I mean? He needs a little caffeine bump, dude. So he's got a Pepsi. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. That's that. Woo! Oakland Ballers, baby. Championship parade was today. Oh! Oh, what was the 49ers score? Oopsie, they didn't play today because they already got the dub. They already got the W for the week. We're good. Hey, you guys go play your little game. We already got our dub for the week on Thursday, dude. So you kids have fun. Okay? Kick your little ball around, throw it around, dude. Make your little tackles, you know? And do what you gotta do. But as for us, dude, we already picked our W up on Thursday, dude. So oopsie daisy, we didn't play today. Because we didn't have to. Because we already got our dub on Thursday, dude. And I just need you to know that. Little caffeine bump. We already got our dub. You kids have fun, dude. Hey, today, this Sunday, this is for you guys, dude. This is charity for you guys. You guys get to enjoy this Sunday. You guys have fun. Because we already did it. The adults already handled business, dude. And that's that, dude. Talk to my lawyers. You know? That's that. Talk to my lawyers, dude. What do you want from me? Like, what do you expect? I want to know what you expect. What are your expectations? Because we're not aligned here, dude. Talk to my lawyers. Okay? Diosa, what up? I'm not dropping out of the race. I'm not. And that's that. Draymond almost starting fights in the preseason. I love it. I have not seen the clip yet. But I love it, dude. Punch everyone in their mouth. That's how we're coming this year, dude. That's how the Unks of Golden State are coming this year, dude. We're punching folks right in the mouth. Talk to my lawyers. Talk to my lawyers, dude. Okay? Lakers. Right? And we're not going to talk about the Dodgers, or I will be very angry. Very angry. So we ain't going to touch on it. All right? We're not, dude. Cheating team, dude. Cheating team. How many MVPs and All-Stars and Cy Young winners do you need from other teams, dude? How many do you need? How many's enough? And this is my problem, okay? Like, as a fan, yes. And I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I lied, okay? And I typically don't lie. I'm not a lying type. But I apologize for that. I apologize. But here's the thing, dude. Here's the most important thing about it, dude. I don't remember my thought. I lost track. Let me get a bump of caffeine. Big Al with 3 blocks in the first half. Let's go. I'm not a Horford guy. You might have pegged me for one. I've never liked Horford. But he's on the Dubs. I'm going to support him. Just like when Chris Paul somehow ended up on the Dubs. That was weird. Oh. My problem with the Dodgers, like what grinds my gears about the Dodgers, like I would otherwise just like, it's fandom stuff. But what grinds my gears is that Dodgers fans won't just admit their privilege. That's what gets to me, dude. That's what bothers me. There's other teams could do it. You're just mad that your team didn't do it. Blah, blah. No, dude. I don't want any team to do it. And the Giants, their payroll is always ballooning too. I don't want that. I'm sorry, dude. I want a fair league. And it's like Dodgers fans, Lakers fans, like LA fans, they don't get it, dude. You're in LA. LA is awesome. You got all the starlets, dude, and all the athletes want to meet and talk to the starlets, dude, and maybe take them out for a sushi date, right? So they want to be in LA, dude. But someone like Yamamoto isn't like, dude, I toiled, I fought so hard, right? I came up through the system in Japan, just hoping that one day I could make it to Milwaukee. Right? They didn't dream of going to Cincinnati, dude. So, like, you're in LA, dude. You already have that privilege of being in LA, and all the players want to go there. All the young guys want to go there so that they can take starlets on sushi dates. And the fans just won't acknowledge that. And that's what pisses me off. If the fans would just be like, I know it's crazy. Like, hey, man, we spend too much. I wouldn't have a problem, dude. You know what I mean? But the fact that they just like act like it's not an even playing field, and that I'm not going to talk about it. We're not touching on it today. He's fired up, folks. It was a championship parade, and he's so tired. Warriors blowing leads? Oh no. Mac Jones did his thing, man. What a warrior. What's up, Josie? What's up, Jennifer? And I mean, either he works, spaces the floor, protects the rim. He's old. He still has it. Well, that's good. I'm glad he still has it because he's getting up there. Trading JP for CP3 was a huge mistake. Hindsight is 2020. Yeah. Oh, the Mariners pulled it off because I saw it was 2-2 again. When the Ballers won that day, I was working for the Godzilla Fest. Ballers won, Niners won. I worked in an amazing event. That was the best weekend I had in a while. Let's go, Jake. Everyone give Jake a hand for having an incredible weekend. You know? But look, it's just so Dodgers fans, it's just like, dude, you don't deserve this. And that, especially the worst is the Dodgers fans not even from LA. Those are the worst people on earth. I saw this girl on TikTok and she's like, I'm just getting into baseball. And yes, I'm a Dodgers fan. Like, no way, dude. No way. How fortunate are you that you just happen to land on the most dominant, hyped, trendy team where the whole meat of the lineup is MVPs from other teams, dude. And then you add Teoscar Hernandez and like other all-stars. Like, hey, doors that way, dude. Doors that way. Don't come back. You're not welcome here. And that's that, dude. Talk to my lawyers. Dave from Elk Grove is here. I just paid off my new car. $10,000 at bingo. Good Lord, Dave. Clap it up for Dave. Mariners got a run in the 8th inning and close the door shut in the 9th. Nice. Need to stop spamming the fire emoji. You can spam it, dude. Dodgers sweeping the Phillies. I don't watch baseball. I'm not a baseball guy, dude. I'm not a baseball guy. I don't watch baseball. So anyways, Ballers Championship Parade was today. So much fun. Shout out to everybody I saw there. Just a glorious event, dude. Just beautiful. Just love, respect, joy. All the makings, dude. You take those ingredients, you put them in a pot, you mix them around, dude, and you got yourself a happiness stew. Okay? And you take that happiness stew and you eat it. And then when you're done, you take the bowl and you drink, the rest of it. You do the whole thing. And that's what we did. Outside Raimondi Park and at Prescott Market, at City Hall earlier. We made a happiness stew. And we drank it out of the bowls. Brian and Paul on the fire-breathing snail was awesome. Yeah, that fire-breathing snail, that guy shows up for all the parades, dude. He was at all the Warriors parades. It's crazy. To be fair, Teoscar Hernandez was somebody nobody wanted. What? What are you talking about? No, he wasn't. I just sure some red flags, but everyone would have wanted him. What are you talking about, man? He was an all-star. I agree, right, guy. I just think Dodgers fans are born on third base, think they hit a triple. Yes, that is true. I just want Dodgers fans to acknowledge their privilege. Just acknowledge it, dude. You're always gonna have an advantage. And when people say that, like, oh, well, what about when we lost and we didn't win this and we didn't blah blah? And it's like, that's not the point, dude. And nobody's saying that you're just like guaranteed to win, but especially baseball, it is a game of percentages. Okay? And so when you inch those percentages to an advantage, you have an advantage. And that's it. And look, I'm a Giants fan. We have advantages over other teams too. I don't want that though. That's the thing. I have integrity. I don't want us to just blow other teams out of the water with payroll. I don't want to be like the Mets for sure. Crazy payroll. Can't win nothing. Definitely don't want that. I just want all the teams. I do want a salary cap. I want a salary cap, a salary floor, or some kind of like, I think I mentioned this before, but like make the payroll like the luxury tax type thing. Make that you have to like pay to lesser teams and then they get to use that money. Something, I don't know. Do some, get creative, dude. Manfred's not creative though. That's the problem. You know? Dodgers and Yankees are more like, well, now, yeah. Can I see the hat? Who makes it? This is an Oakland Ballers hat. This is a snapback. Unfortunately, they have not put out the fitteds in black. I just want a black one so I can wear it all the time, you know? Because I can't wear green all the time, you know? I'm not really a green guy. I don't wear a lot of green. I do love the Ballers jersey, you know? I do love the Ballers jersey. Give it up, dude. Woo! Shout out everybody that was there, man. It was fun. It was so much fun. Like Casey Pratt, dude. Aubrey, one of the best on-field announcers in the game. You know? We just had a blast. We had a blast. Broncos. Here comes Avaholic. I'm an Oregon Ducks fan. We definitely fit the trendy team stereotype for sure, yeah. To be fair, Freeman got screwed out by his agent. He wanted to be on the Braves. I did hear about that. I'm not sure how that really played out. Cuz I thought he like, I know that was the story, but then I thought he like walked that back. I could be wrong. But maybe he just didn't want like Dodgers fans to be upset or something. I don't know. And look, I get it, dude. I love Freddie Freeman. I love Mookie Betts. I would have loved them on my team, but like it just gets to a point where it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, how is, you know, some of these teams, how are they supposed to compete with that? It just makes it no fun. It makes it no fun. I don't want to root for a powerhouse team. I really don't. I don't like that. Or not a powerhouse team. I do want a powerhouse team, but like just a privileged, advantaged team. And again, the Giants, they're in that mix. They're getting there, especially like they're definitely a privileged team. But again, I don't want that, dude. I want all the fan bases to have a good time, you know? Where's your next video for Halloween? I have two. I got a video coming out Tuesday. It's not Halloween themed, but then I have, it's not really Halloween themed, but it's monster themed, if that makes sense. That'll be out in a couple weeks. So I'm going to try to do this Tuesday. There's a video this Tuesday, not sports related. Then I'm doing the Oakland Ballers Parade that I filmed today. That'll be, I mean, I'd like to get it out this week, but I overfilmed. And then right after, whenever that's out, right after that, I'll do this monster one. Really fun. I just finished it last night. And it's already uploaded, ready to go. I just got to put it out. Don't think Freeman is complaining either way. Yeah, pulling for the Brewers. I'm me at this point. I'm like anyone but the Dodgers and Yankees, I'll be cool with. Like I like the Blue Jays, and obviously they're playing really well right now. But like I saw them win twice when I was a kid, so like they won, you know. Like the Mariners never even being there would be way cooler. I like the Tigers. I've always liked the Tigers. I like Detroit. So seeing them win one would be awesome. Seeing the Brewers win would be dope. Like, yeah, there's a lot of good teams that would be really fun to watch. Like, definitely Dodgers Yankees is my number one. Don't want them to win. Right under that would be like Phillies, but again, I'll take the Phillies over the other two, and then I won't any of the other teams. Definitely is a privilege, especially at Pac-12, Washington State and Oregon State for sure. Yeah. Do you think the idea of Moneyball is dead? I mean, I hope so. I think it's a terrible strategy. I think it's a strategy that'll get you, it'll get you wins. It'll get you to the playoffs, perchance, but you need more than that to win. And it's not really necessarily about the money. It's about the mentality of like lowest bid wins. Like no, you can't do that. But again, the flip side is like just buying up the top free agents. I think there's a middle ground. So I think when you do have a young star player that comes up through your system, you can reward them with a fat contract. That's the thing. Like the Dodgers payroll or the Mets payroll, any of these crazy payrolls, if they were paying players that they like either drafted or developed, I mean, maybe they traded for them in single A, double A, something like that, and they came up through the system and then they perform really well, as a rookie or their first few seasons, and then they get rewarded with a stupid contract, I'm all for that. Yankees got destroyed. I saw that. I didn't see any of the game, but yeah. Yankees are on the ropes. On the brink. One more game. We don't want anything to do with the Tigers. I like the Tigers, man. I'm a little too young to remember the Jays World Series. I have a ton of family from Detroit, so Tigers would be cool. Yeah. So the Blue Jays, the Joe Carter walk-off home run is like one of my first, like, I'm watching the World Series moments as a kid. I did, I was aware of the 89 World Series because it was Giants A's, but I was only 5 years old. So like I wasn't in tune with the game or anything. I was already playing T-ball, but you know what I mean? You're 5 years old. And of course I was sad the Giants lost, but the Joe Carter walk-off a few years later was the first time where, because my team wasn't in it or anything, where it was just like, oh, this is the World Series. Like this is a big deal. And then he hit the walk-off home run to win it all. I mean, that was probably a big moment that made me a baseball fan for life, for sure. Moneyball A's were content with making the playoffs, never really doing anything. Yeah, exactly. Wish the Ballers had a championship hat. Yeah, maybe they'll have one next year, like that would be cool. Wish a lot of Moneyball taxes aren't being done by the A. Yeah, they're just doing lowest common denominator. Championship is nice, kind of bland. All right, what else was I going to talk about? All right, dude, here's the thing. All right, this is the realest thing I ever said. Like last week or so, I had a real hankering, dude, for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But I had none of the supplies. No supplies, dude. Okay, no supplies. So I DoorDash peanut butter and jelly. And I add some other stuff because I'm like, whatever. And I was like busy. I was busy editing, so I didn't want to like get up and it was late, so like the one grocery store still opens kind of far. I just like, let me just DoorDash it because I need a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It'll make me happy. Okay. Talk to my lawyers. It shows up. I grab the bag. I'm all happy. I'm all juiced, dude. No bread. Oh. Whoopsie. Now, here's the thing. I don't know what happened because I added 2 different kinds of breads to my cart, and then I was going to choose which one I wanted at checkout. But I guess they weren't there, and I just didn't even think about it because I didn't remove both of them. I just think maybe, I don't know, connection issue. They just didn't get added. I don't know. But no bread now. So what does he do? He places another order for bread. What else would I do? Think I'm not getting my PBJ after all that, dude? No, now it's a thing. Now it is a thing. I'm chasing the prize. Okay? I'm on the hunt, dude, and I'm not giving up. So he orders the bread. He places another order. The bread comes. I go to make the sandwich, okay? Now here's the thing. I use the end piece, dude. I don't discriminate. I'm inclusive. I use the end piece. End pieces get love here too. Plus that means, later on I don't have to deal with it. Let's just eat it now. Let's get it out the way. This is gonna satiate my craving, dude. He's gonna enjoy it. It's funny, as I started this, I see the viewer count just dropping dramatically. Dropped like 9 people. But I don't care. You know that, right? So I'm inclusive. I use the M piece. I eat the sandwich, dude. I eat the sandwich, right? And I'm just not enjoying it. I think I was watching Andor or something. I was watching something, eating the sandwich. I'm like, I'm not feeling this sandwich, dude. And it hit me. This is an epiphany, dude. There's stories everywhere. There's lessons to be learned everywhere, dude. After all these decades on Earth, I realized I use too much jelly. He uses too much jelly. And I just realized that now, because I was always like, I love a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I usually make them pretty good, but sometimes I'm just like, why am I not feeling this? Like, it sounds so much better in my head. And I haven't had one in years, but like, you know, over the years, growing up, I would make them and stuff. And I was like, why do sometimes I just don't like it? I use too much jelly, and it took me all these years to figure that out, dude. I'm a grown man. He's got gray hairs coming in his beard, and he figured out he uses too much jelly. So what does this mean? I overdo it, dude. I overdo it. I always do. I always do. And I did it today at the Ballers Parade. I filmed way too much. It's going to take me 4 months to edit this footage. What is he going to do? I don't know. But the lesson is stop using so much jelly, dude. Let the jelly dance on the peanut butter, but not smother it. And that's the realest thing I ever said. That is the realest thing I ever said, dude. You know? That is the realest thing I ever said. I overdo it, dude. One time, this is embarrassing to say. One time, my friend, we were kids, okay? We were kids. I think we were probably in middle school. 2 friends were over my house hanging out. And we were by ourselves because I think my mom was at work. This is probably summertime or something. And we had frozen French fries. My friend is like, I know how to make those. I can make them hella good. I'm like, all right, let's do it. He puts them on. I try one. Not enough salt. I added a little salt. Added way too much salt. Ruined the fries. The whole batch was ruined. Way too salty. It was like anchovies, dude. And guess what? I was like in middle school, and I still didn't learn my lesson till now. He overdoes it. And that's the realest thing I ever said. I gotta learn to tone it down. When I'm editing videos, I put like, I want to use like every shot, because I'm like, I love this shot. I love this shot. I love this shot. Sometimes I don't need all the shots, dude. Sometimes I can get my point across, and the video can be shorter and more concise, and people won't lose interest, like they're doing with this story right now on this live stream. You know, dude, with video, I use 800 shots, dude. You know, 800, dude. And it's like, what am I supposed to do though? Because I'll be in a Wild West ghost cemetery, and it's a cinematography playground, dude. And I'm not supposed to dance. I'm not supposed to sit around here with my camera in this ghost town cemetery, and I'm not supposed to dance. I'm going to dance. Me and the camera are going to dance, dude. But he overdoes it. And I did it at the parade again today. Can't help himself. Can't help himself, dude. Sometimes I get a hankering for dumplings. Oh, that's a good one. Ice cold milk? You're right, dude. Ice cold milk and a PB&J? Come on. I'm inclusive, not for bread butts. I never heard it called bread butts. That's good. I'm inclusive, dude. I'll use the end pieces. I use the end pieces. And he smothers it with jelly and ruins it. Not dropping out of the race. Woo! Hey, Jenny's stamping books. Everyone line up. One thing I definitely hate in sports is the nepo babies like Bronny and Arch Manning. I don't really hate them, but it can be annoying sometimes. I get that. Yeah, Bronny would have never made the league. He wasn't ready for that jelly. um, what else, dude? What else are we gonna talk about? Oh, iShowSpeed on his live stream tour of different cities came to the Bay. What do you guys think about it? You know, I don't watch streamers. I don't watch live streamers. I'm better than Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed and all them. I'm better. Like the Sunday night live stream is way better. But like I didn't watch like the whole thing, but I watched a lot of clips, and then I opened the video and I kind of like skimmed through. I thought it was cool. He went to Hyphy Burger. It got a little wild, but he wasn't even there that long. I didn't realize he just like popped in. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, I still don't get it though. Sometimes with some people, like with the live streamers, I don't get it. Like, these people don't seem all that interesting to me. But maybe I'm just an old man. You know. I show Steam. But it was cool how much he loved the Bay, and I feel like that was a good look for the Bay. I don't hate him or anything like that. He seems cool. I just feel like he's young, and he said a lot of stupid stuff in the past, and I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really know what I think. You know? Like, it's just crazy. Like, if you watch a lot of the stream, he's not really doing anything. So it's like people are so endeared and like emotionally invested in him. People were like freaking out to meet him, and I'm just like, man, what is it? And I'm not saying that to hate. I'm like literally like I don't get it, and I wish I did. I don't get the streamers. Man, all my neighbors are being super loud right now. Congratulations. Thank you, Paul. Guy I know appeared in Speed Stream at the Nintendo store. He's doing impressions. That was cool, but kind of odd that the stream was in Oakland, yet 70% of the stream was him sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. The thing about Speed too, I think the only thing that bothers me, this is the only, like, again, I'm not trying to hate on him at all. But the one thing that bothers me is he doesn't seem very knowledgeable in anything. Like, he is often confused about stuff. Like when San Francisco's mayor. I don't live in San Francisco, but I just think of San Francisco as like my home big city. But Daniel Lurie talked to him, and he said, this is a great sports town. He's like 49ers, Warriors, Giants, Valkyries. And Speed's like, Giants? Yeah, he thought it was like New York Giants, New York football Giants. I'm like, bro, how do you not? And there's a lot of things like that where he just seems totally clueless of like very basic knowledge. I'm just like, what? I don't know. But I'm not hating on it. The stream definitely has some fun moments that I saw, some fun clips. It was cool. Been a while since I stopped by here. Just want to let you know that my book about 71 Astros is now available. Dude, can you send me a message? Like on Instagram or something? Variety Show with 2 V's on Instagram. I'd love to check that out. When I was growing up, everybody wanted to be on television or movies. Now everybody just wants to sit at home and live stream. Yeah. I know someone who played with a former MLB player's son in high school, and there were a lot better guys on the team that never got drafted. Wow. Yeah, that's wild. By the time Generation Alpha is in charge, I'm going to be super screwed. I know, right? Yeah, it was definitely a cool look, and it was better than, you guys may remember on a live stream. I had talked about Keith Lee when he came here, and it was just BS. It was just stupid. He didn't know what he was talking about. He didn't know what he was doing. He got scared and left. Like, just a absolute clown show. So it was cool to see Speed just do his thing. You know, I think the Bay needed it, and it's like, I guess I'm touching on this too because like the Ballers Parade today made me think about it. Like, how much so-called liberal cities get vilified, you know, where it's like they're crime infested, blah, blah, blah. Let's send in the National Guard, like all this BS. And, you know, for someone like Keith Lee to just feed into that was stupid. And again, all these cities, Oakland, San Francisco, the Bay Area in general, like we do have problems, of course, but you find those same problems everywhere. The difference is the problems here are being used for political reasons, and there's, you know, people are taking videos and talking trash, and like there's this guy, I'm not gonna say his name, I remember his name this time, but there's this dude on YouTube that does these doom videos about the Bay Area, about San Francisco, and it's such a joke, dude. Like, he literally does like these AI thumbnails that makes the streets look like it's just destroyed. Like, it makes the streets look like the Avengers just had a fight there. Like, so it's like you're literally lying with your thumbnail. You know what I mean? Like, to push an agenda. Like that, it's so annoying, dude. Like, part of me wants to like run into this dude. Cause here's the thing. He just did a video about Candlestick Park, and he went to Candlestick Park. And I make it a point to not click on his videos, but they do pop up, right? Because I'm always watching Bay Area stuff. I'm always watching like Bay Area videos, history, all this stuff. So his videos, unfortunately, with these stupid photoshopped AI thumbnails showing San Francisco look like Gaza, like he pops up, and I try not to click on it. But he did the candlestick thing. And this was what is weird to me. He's never super introspective in his videos. The ones I saw, like early on. Maybe he's changed, so I could be wrong. Okay? I'll say right now, maybe I'm wrong. But his video, the things he was saying was so much like the things I said in my candlestick video. And my candlestick video has a lot of views. Okay? So it's not like all my other videos have 200 views. I get it. But that video got a lot of views. So I feel like he probably saw it. To then go do his video that was very... I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking too much into it. But all of a sudden he just... Peter S. No, not that guy. And this dude was talking about all his memories at Candlestick in the same way I was talking about my memories at Candlestick. And this dude does not seem like he went to Candlestick, dude. Like, he doesn't seem to have any ball knowledge. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm reading into it. And I'm just like, bro, did you even go to Candlestick? Or are you just like biting? Because he showed no footage, no pictures of him there, nothing. Like, he's just talking about, all the great memories, blah, blah, blah. But he was saying it like I say it. I'm like, bro, like, that's weird. But my point is, I just don't like that guy. And you guys know, dude, I'm a lover, dude. I'm a sweetie pie. I don't want YouTube drama or anything like that. Obviously, barely anyone watches the stream or anything, so it's not like I'm a big deal. That dude's channel is way bigger than mine, by the way. He's way more successful because he rage baits, basically. And it's just so weird that suddenly this one video, he's talking just like a lot like I was. And it's like, you don't do that in your other videos. So I really feel like maybe he was like, this video got a lot of views. Let me talk about the history and the memories and the moment. I don't know. But either way, it kind of annoyed me because I don't like this guy. And this is the thing I don't like, dude. You guys got to understand that people, we can all be manipulated. We can all be susceptible to believing things. And you can believe contradicting things and still be right in both cases. Like, it's a complex, nuanced world, right? But this dude just straight up lies about what is happening. Like, he did a video outside like Oracle Park showing like the closed storefronts across the street. And it's like, he's blaming it on crime. I'm like, crime by Oracle Park? Like, you think there's so much crime that people are like, we can't open anything or rent office space? Like, no. It's the people who own the buildings charging too much rent. It's people taking these buildings as an investment as opposed to trying to build up the community. That's what it is. But he is basically lying or alluding to things, and then people in the comments are always arguing, and people are like, oh, this is BS or whatever, and then we're like, you can watch the video and see it. There's graffiti on that window. And it's like, are you that simple-minded that because there's graffiti on one of these windows, that means you can just follow the breadcrumbs all the way to his theory that there's so much crime that they had to shut this block down? It's just so stupid, man. So I don't like that guy. Again, you guys know, dude, I'm a sweetie pie. I'm a positive guy, dude. I'm trying to push positivity, okay? He's having a Pepsi, not sponsored, but it can be business email in the description if any of the fine folks at Pepsi Cola are out there and would like to link up and start a partnership. He's like purposely pushing this narrative because it's successful, because people click on it. People that either hate San Francisco or love San Francisco and want to defend it, he's just rage baiting them. And it's just, dude, I want to see him, but I don't want to see him because I feel like I grab him by the collar, and I don't want to do that, dude. I'm a sweetie pie, dude. I'm a pacifist. He doesn't fight. He doesn't hate anyone. He loves everyone. But here's my thing with these people who like rage bait like that, or do these doom videos about cities, or not even just the cities, any doom videos, anything like that. Like, you aren't doing anything to help the places, the people. You're doing nothing to help. Nothing. And to sit there and judge people is ridiculous, and then to exploit it for monetary gain. And they try to hide behind this, like, I'm a journalist, I'm documenting. Nah, you're not. Nah, you're not, because you're lying. Or you're, conveniently leaving out half-truths. Ah! That's how I feel. Ah! Dude, what are you guys talking about? iShowSpeed is a strange one. All right. Frisco Philly B, I saw that. Don't know my manager's Giants fan. Clay Fry saying San Francisco Giants. Well, yeah, if you're not in San Francisco, that makes sense. But like, how does he not know that? Bay Area Aviation, what up? Most cities don't have 70-degree weather 300 times a year. Yeah. Strange one. They're saying it because I get what you're saying about it. Like, for some, they all went laser skirmish. What's that? He came 9th. Multiple people told him so. Yeah, he claimed 3rd. Oh, that's weird. I never lived there, but I've been all over the Bay and absolutely love it. Yeah, it's got problems just like everywhere. You guys saw me go to Alabama. Some of the stuff I saw in Alabama, whoa, dude, whoa. And that's everywhere I've ever been. It's humanity. And if we're not going to fix it, if we're not going to like actually support policies that help people, then stop crying about it and stop trying to exploit it so that you can get views and clout. It's just so annoying, dude. Hyphy Buzz the Parade, Beast Players. Yeah, it was dope. Downtown Portland a week ago, the streets are kind of quiet, but didn't seem too out of the ordinary. It's not. And his bro came up to him and came in 3rd, asked him when he came. He claimed 3rd again. Bro can't lose and can't. I didn't see that. That's crazy. Don't have Instagram, but I just sent an email to Variety email address. Thank you. Share the name of the account. I'm not gonna share the name of the account. Like, I'm not trying to start YouTube drama. I'm not trying to, again, that I think that would make me a hypocrite, because then it's like I'm trying to like get clout off. And no, I'm not. He's just, Maybe in the Discord, I guess. Maybe in the Discord. Join the Discord if you want to know who it is. I really hate all these false narratives by SF. City isn't perfect. Dude, it's a great city. It's a wonderful city. You know, I know you guy talking about his YouTube not to recommend him anymore. He clickbait thumbnail, Oracle Park, all day. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he has a thumbnail where it's like Oracle Park and it just looks like worse than Gotham City. Like it looks like a war zone. And it's literally just like an AI thumbnail. Like the exact video on the closed storefronts that got me and asked YouTube to stop recommending. Shot Simple, dude. Always a stand-up guy. Shot Simple's a stand-up guy. Yeah, the guy's just totally just lying, dude. All those shops are closed because of the rent. You know what I mean? You know how many thousands of entrepreneurs there are in San Francisco or in the Greater Bay Area that would love to have a storefront across from Oracle Park? You just can't because the rent is so astronomical and they're just sitting on these properties. Because for them, they don't need the rent because the valuation of the property goes up so fast that they can lose money on the rent. Like, it's a whole thing, dude. BlackRock's doing the same thing, buying up all the houses across the country. You know, you're in Australia. They don't have to worry about that. But I feel like iShowSpeed will help the Bay's reputation. Yeah, I hope so. Denver gets that hate on a smaller scale. Yeah, I've seen that too, for sure. I think Colorado in general, just because it's liberal. Oh, so scary. I have a family friend who moved to rural South Dakota and continuously reposts from the account just shows homeless people in crime. That's so ridiculous, dude. Yeah, that's dumb. What up, Marie? People, I've got to go. See you, Dylan. I have to get ready for bed. Get ready for work tomorrow. Work remotely for state. All right. Dave from Elk Grove. Have to see this Oracle Park video. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. You know, in the videos, he's literally just walking around trying to find, like, broken glass or like graffiti to be like, oh, look at the crime. But yet he never shows any crime happening, you know? It's like, dude, around Oracle Park, really? You know? Like, obviously crime can happen anywhere, but like, it's not, you know? He's just a clown, dude. And so I'm just saying to say, at least iShowSpeed just enjoyed it and had a good time and he's positive. I definitely appreciate that, you know? But these people who just like clickbait and rage bait, clowns, absolute clowns. This dude, clown. I'm not going to say your name. I'm not trying to like get clout or views off it or anything like that. But if you see this, you're a clown, dude. You're a clown. Okay. And I think you bit my video. I really do think you, because it's not like any of your other videos. Suddenly you're at the site of Candlestick Park talking about your memories like I was. It's just weird. It's just weird. Maybe I'm wrong though. I'm open to be wrong, dude. The kid has integrity, doesn't he? He has integrity, dude. He'll admit when he's wrong. Talk to my lawyers, and that's that. You know, I do what I do because I love it. I think there's some value in it. Obviously, I wish there was like more views and stuff. Like some of my videos are just silly or whatever, but some of the like history ones, it means so much to me, man, to put those together and tell that history. And yeah, it sucks when it only gets 400 views. Like, yes, that hurts. But I don't care, dude. You know, like at the end of the day, my integrity, what I do, I have to be happy with myself. I can't just clout chase. I can't just like, I don't know. Like that guy's actively hurting society with his videos and doesn't realize it because he's a dum-dum. Like you think if I was trying to just get views or I just wanted to be famous, I'd be doing videos about the Modesto nuts, you know? Like not really a hot topic out there in the iShowSpeed world, you know? iShowSpeed wasn't wearing a Modesto Nuts jersey talking about let's go nuts. I do what I want, dude. And I'm better than Kai Cenat. Okay? I'm clearly better than him, but that's fine. Like, you know who I am? All right. Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed, they're in the NBA, dude. They're getting paid millions of dollars, right? They're in the NBA. They're all-stars in the NBA. They're going to be Hall of Famers. I'm that guy in the neighborhood. You know? I'm playing in the park. I'm in the neighborhood. And I'm a neighborhood legend. Yeah? Everyone says, he should have gone to the league. And, oh, he was the best. You know, some of the NBA players are like, man, like the best player I ever saw was Dylan. You know, but he never even made it to the league. That's me, dude. I'm a local legend, busting everyone's ass, dude. That's me. Okay? And they're in the NBA. And I'm delivering for Amazon in between pickup games. And that's that, dude. My views dropped in half right now. Kirk's death, he would think he'd be more smart. Shocked that he's getting away with... Wait, who? Wait, did I miss a... Who? Isn't the Oracle Park area super gentrified? Yeah, pretty much. Speedstream was actually nuts. It was nice to see him show his love. Saying his favorite IRL stream. Yeah, it was super cool, man. Like, it was cool. Again, I'm not hating. I just don't understand people like iShowSpeed. I just don't understand what people get out of it, I guess. But, you know, his energy is obviously off the charts and cool. I don't think it was a good look, him, like, doing the backflip off the bridge and then, like, climbing all over Twin Peaks. And I know, I've done that. But, like, I don't know. To all his young viewers, I don't know. And, I'm not a fan of the San Francisco mayor. Like, yeah, he's cleaning some stuff up. I do get that. He's very active. I'll give him that. But he's a rich kid, never worked a job. Like, I'm not a fan. And I feel like he's kind of goofy. But at the same time, it was cool that he showed him City Hall real quick. I appreciated that. But, again, I'm not really a fan of him. But look, dude, I could be wrong. He might be great. Benefit of the doubt, dude. I'm good. I don't hate. Does iShowSpeed even know where the Modesto nuts are? Probably not. Boom, we win again. Literally riding on top of a car. Oh, yeah, he did that too. Through a sunroof, yeah. What did you think of Breed? So London Breed, policy-wise, I didn't hate her. I just feel like she wasn't active enough. Or it didn't feel like she was. Maybe she was behind the scenes. I think she's a sweet woman, though. But with a city like San Francisco that has so much potential, it's so dynamic, and the fact that it was being attacked, it's still being attacked by this, like political hit type thing. You need someone to kind of fight back. I think Lurie's doing a better job of that. But London Breed, I didn't think her policies were all that bad. I'm definitely like, I don't know, people, the drug offenders, like being, constantly released or being bailed out, like all that stuff I know is very controversial. But I want to, like, I don't want the prison system to keep going the way it is. I think it's terrible. So I don't mind people that want to try other things, I guess. But again, I'm open to that not working and going back to the other way. I don't know. Obviously, there's no perfect solutions. But yeah, London Breed just seemed like she was a little too, like, resting on her laurels, and it didn't seem very active. But again, I think she was a nice woman. But we definitely needed, in San Francisco, we needed someone not so nice and chill. Shang Tao have very negative views on her. Well, yeah. Shang Tao was very nice to me. I met her a couple times. So that was a shock. I wonder what she's up to. Kind of like Speed's content. Don't really know why, to be honest. That's fair. Pretty rude to people sometimes. Yeah, I don't like that. He did one. I saw a clip where, like, he was being kind of rude to a waitress, and he's like, "Oh, well, let's just leave." Oh, I think the waitress or someone working at the restaurant just asked him to, like, keep the noise down because he was being super loud. And she wasn't being rude or anything. She was just like, we have other guests. Can you please just keep it down? And he got all, like, in his feelings, like, let's just leave. And it's like, bro, like, the world doesn't revolve around you, And I think that's just youth, dude. He's like, what, 20 years old still? Like, hopefully he grows out of that. Because I think it seems like he has matured. From what I know, it seems like he's already matured, so hopefully he'll continue to mature. you know. But, you know, you gotta, I just feel like some of this stuff may be just brain rot, you know, and that's what I'm fearful of. Even though he seems like a good dude for the most part now, and his streams aren't super toxic, from what I know, but like, I don't know, like, you just got to be careful also, because these streamers, podcasters, all these people have so much influence, and a lot of them are pushing an agenda, and you might not know about it. I mean, there's all those podcasts getting paid by Russia to push Russian disinformation. Like, that is factual. That is proven. And they're still doing their podcasts and like denying it. And it's like proven. Like, you know. And I think there's a lot of like things that get pushed or like agendas that we don't even know about, or they don't make it obvious. Like, what is the guy that did that song that all of a sudden blew up? That country song, or is it just like an acoustic song? What was it called? Man Across the River, or the big guys in the city, or the business guys out there, the rich guys on the rich guys over the mountain. What was it called? And all of a sudden, that song just blew up. Every podcaster's talking about it. Joe Rogan's like, "Oh, bring this up. Have you heard this yet?" And they're all just like, "Wow, what a song." Isn't that weird to you guys? That all of a sudden in like a 48-hour period, all these podcasters and comedians and all these people are just like all of a sudden posting the wealthy dudes, wealthy dudes in the forest or whatever it was. Oh, was it north of something? Rich dudes north of Tampa? I don't know. Whatever it is, like, that song wasn't that great, dude. You know, it started off strong, but then like he starts talking about fat people eating Twinkies are the problem. What? Way to miss the mark, my friend. And dude, it's like, I don't want to hear a song about Twinkies either, you know? There's no good or notable songs that mention Twinkies. None. Unless there's like a Tupac song I missed or something. He might be able to pull it off, you know? But you're thinking about Twinkies, I'm supposed to be like, yeah. Dude, that was a total scheme. And then he disappeared as fast as he showed up, right? I've never watched Speed's content and don't really know what he does. He doesn't really do anything. Well, he does. I take that back. He like races people. He does like tricks. He does flips. He's very, very athletic. So he does a lot of stuff around that. He used to stream video games a lot and have like very over the top reactions. He's one of those guys. There are grown adults who have the same mentality. There are kids who don't have that mentality. Yeah, true. Security guards he had here were pissing me off so much when I saw part of the stream. People were crazy around Speed. Security was downright screaming and assaulting people. Yeah, they're hardcore, dude. Also, like, some of all right, I don't want to say anything, dude. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be. I'll just say it, dude. Nobody's watching the stream. 10 people are watching the stream, dude. Not a big deal. I'm not a big deal, right? Some of the fans need to chill. And I'm not even talking about fans that are just like extra. I mean the fans that are like almost crying and weeping and like, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? Chill, dude, relax, right? It's just a dude. It's just a dude that streams. You know? Richmond, north of Richmond. There it is. I agree. As a teacher, I'm with 11, 12-year-olds all day, and the stuff they're into and look up to is not good. I don't think them watching those streamers all day is a good thing. Yeah, I agree. Like, you're just watching someone else live life. That man that is south of Richmond. I think Richmond, north of Richmond has some good points. It does have some good points, and it starts off strong. The first couple lines hit. But, like, it's not good enough for Joe Rogan and all these people to suddenly be like, hey, did you hear this song? Everyone get in here. Everyone get in here. I think they were paid to push that song. I think it was a setup. thing I don't get is how's there 20K people just watching him sleep? I know. Yeah, that's why they were beating up on Bad Bunny now. Dude, who cares about Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl, dude? You people are weird, dude. All these people are upset. Like, do you even watch the halftime show, or do you go take your 9th piss of the day because you've been drinking since 7 a.m., dude? Which is it? I hope Bad Bunny... no, never mind. I hope Bad Bunny just has a great time and does a great show, dude. Tremendous show. And I'm not like a Bad Bunny fan. I don't even know any of his songs. Like, I've heard them, but like I couldn't name them. But like, dude, he's a huge artist. He's representing Puerto Rico. That's super cool. Like, it's so weird to just hate other cultures just cuz, dude. That is so weird, dude. You guys are weird. God, you guys are weird. Hey, knock it off. That's what I have to say, dude. Talk to my lawyers. Talk to my lawyers, dude. I hope Bad Bunny starts the halftime show, dude, and it lasts 4 hours. I hope he just starts doing a monologue. I hope he does a 45-minute monologue about the ills of society. I hope he reads a sonnet up there. And I hope it lasts at least 4 hours, dude. I hope he does an iShowSpeed stream from the Super Bowl halftime show. And all those morons have to sit there and wait for the 49ers to come back out. Woo! It's at Levi's Stadium, too. And they're talking about the ice raids, dude. Ice, dude. The new Gestapo. Anyways. He was a centrist. Yeah, that's true. On an island of minors or something. I mean, that was well known, you know. And I'm not gonna go down this rabbit hole, but the Epstein Island, it wasn't like it was an island of children chained up, dude. It was just a vacation home, and sometimes he would bring women and like coerce them, pressure them into sex work, and sometimes they were underage, and it was disgusting. It was gross. But it's not this conspiracy of like he had a dungeon with children in it. Like, it was literally just a vacation home. There's probably plenty of people that visited Epstein Island that were just chilling or went there for Thanksgiving or something. Like, it wasn't just this. It wasn't an evil lair. It was just a vacation home, and he did terrible things there. Just young, we're gonna do all those crazy things. Yeah. Proud to be one of the 10. Thank you, Diosa, dude. Met Lex Luger. I literally couldn't speak. Well, some of them weren't young, though. The people I'm talking about that were like, oh. There was this other. Did you guys see the guy? There was one of the guys in a 49er jersey at the YouTube building that got Speed to sign like 19 things. He just kept coming back. And I think Speed didn't even realize because it was like so hectic. It's one thing to get Curry signatures, another thing to get a streamer signature. Yeah, I wouldn't want it, really. I have no idea what song you guys are talking about. It was a flash in the pan song that suddenly all these right wingers and like podcasters started pushing, and then they totally forgot about it. But it was just a guy playing an acoustic song, and he just did like a very simple music video of him just playing the song, and it blew up. And I really think part of it blowing up was, it was an agenda. I think it was the term like astroturfed. That's my opinion. That's my theory. You're excited for Bad Bunny? Good. He's a huge artist. Like, who cares, you know? Like, what do they want? You know? Republican Party thinks Bad Bunny's not American. I know they don't know geography, you know. I hope the whole show is in Spanish. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. 4-hour halftime show will give the Niners time to actually not screw up. Oh man. Would you have wanted a Kanye halftime? I mean, I was never a huge Kanye fan, but it would have been dope, like when he was at the height of his powers before, you know, all the crazy stuff. Industry plant. That's a good term for it. At the same time, I guess we live in a world now where to some people, speed is to them what Curry is to others. I mean, for me, you got to accomplish something. He hasn't. He got a lot of subs, which I can't do. So I guess. Fox yesterday said they would want Creed. That is funny. Freaking Creed, dude. Let's do Creed. Haven't had a hit song in 28 years. It's crazy that Chris Brown, probably too much baggage. And I really feel like Chris Brown, obviously he's huge, but I feel like in some way, he's kind of niche. Just to like a younger crowd. I could be wrong about that, but I just feel like he doesn't have as much like mainstream appeal. Obviously he's huge, but like, plus the baggage, I think there'd be too much backlash. Stop caring about Kanye after college dropout. That was a long time ago. But like Kanye around like, what was it? Yeezus? What was the one I liked? One of those, like around then when he first did like one of his big crazy arena tours with like the crazy sets. Back then, that would have been dope. You know, that would have been cool. I would have liked that. But look, no hate. You know, no hate to iShowSpeed. I'm glad he showed the Bay in a good light. You know, shout out Hyphy Burger, man. You know, like it's super cool. Like Guap Dad being involved. Like, I just like when people just add to the culture like that. You know what I mean? Like something out of nothing. Like there was nothing there. Like it was nothing, and now it's a whole thing. Like that's so dope to me. Now I guess I can jump in. I was gonna tell you guys about my trip last week because I just did my short stream. You know, went to the Padres game. I think nowadays there's mass sports kids that want to become streamers. Yeah. Even if Taylor Swift was a halftime show, they still crush her because she's a cat lady. Yeah. RBL Posse and Messy Marv, dude. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Dude, RBL, Messy Marv, San Quinn. Mr. Fab just went to some San Francisco stuff. He could jump in. E40 could jump in. Who else, dude? Bailey. We can Bailey back out there, you know. Who else? Who else would be a good fit? JT the bigger figure. Let's bring him out. Is it really derivative content? It makes no sense. Makes the community look like crap. Yeah, not for me, you know. But hey, Bay Area. I love it. I love it here. And that's that. Talk to my lawyers. All right, yeah. So last week, I went to Knott's Scary Farm. Went to a Padres game. Went to Disneyland. What else? I was there. There was another day. What did I do that day? Oh, I just went to downtown Disney and stuff because that was the day I got there, actually. So let's talk about the Padres. I said this in the Discord, but like, dude, I don't have a problem with the Padres. Like, they're just a division rival, but it's not like there's no bad blood. I don't care. Even though like some of the worst experiences I ever had at a game were in San Diego. Got into it with someone there like years ago. But I've always, you know, appreciated the Padres, their history, their ballparks I really like. And I love San Diego. It's like kind of like a second home for me since my dad's side of the family moved down there and I would always visit. So I really, really love San Diego. So I don't have a problem with the Padres. But lately, when I say lately, I mean the last few years, especially once they started spending all this money and all that. Like, you just gotta act like you belong, or just don't get ahead of yourself, you know? Like, you're not a big dog yet. Maybe you can be. Right? Obviously, the Padres have been stacked with talent. For a while now. I mean, what, 6-7 years since they've really been like spending money and getting good players? I mean, even before that, like the Will Myers trade and all that, they stacked their roster. Like they have a lot. They have a lot of upside. It does suck when it kind of feels like you're wasting like the primes of, Tatis, Arias, Bogarts. I like Jackson Merrill. Like, there's a lot of good players. So it's like, man, if you don't get over the hump, that sucks. The Soto thing was stupid. I mean, I think Juan Soto is one of the most overrated players in the league. I would never want to sign him. But yeah, the fans, it's just like they act like they're a big dog, and it's like you haven't won it though. Not even once, dude. The Oakland Ballers won a championship before you guys did. And you guys have been here a long time, Been here a long time. So it's kind of one of those things, like, just temper yourself, like, have some humility. You haven't done it yet. And that's not necessarily the fans' fault, but, like, I'm just saying, they want to be in the mix so bad. Not all the Padres fans. Obviously, there's great old school Padres fans and stuff. There's great fans. If you like beautiful women, dude, Petco Park is a good place to start, But some of the fans, it's just like, they just way overdo it. It's just crazy to me to talk so crazy. They weren't talking to me. I didn't even have Giants gear, I don't think. Oh, no, I had my Giants hat on, actually. Oh, there was a guy. Oh, wait, there was one guy I talked to. So it wasn't like to me. I'm just talking about in general, even online, like stuff I see online. Like, they act like they're in the mix, and you're not in the mix yet. You're just not. But there was a guy. This was funny. This was after the game in the park at the park area in the back. Me and my brother were walking through. We were gonna walk around, and this group of Padres fans. It was like young guys, so the type you expect. And so he said, "Oh, hey, bro, you got something on your shoe?" And I looked at him. I'm like, "No, I don't." Because I thought he was messing with me. I'm like, "No, I don't. You're not going to get me." And then my brother looked, and he's like, "Oh, no, there actually is." And I looked, and it was like a straw wrapper or something. I was like, "Oh, I thought you saw my hat." Because I wasn't wearing like all Giants gear. I was wearing my Candlestick shirt, but you can't really tell it's a Candlestick shirt. And then the Giants hat, it's the City Connect hat. So it doesn't even pop out right away as like a Giants hat unless you know the City Connect. But anyways, I was like, "Oh, I thought you saw the hat." And then like him and his friends, someone were like, "Oh, something about the hat." I forgot what they said. And I said, "Man, it's beautiful. This is a beautiful hat." And I forgot. I can't not remember what they said, but I was like, "Bro, you've never won one, bro. Like, just relax." And then, but then I went up to him and I just like dapped him up. I was like, "Hey, just if you guys take out the Dodgers, we're good." Of course they didn't. But yeah, so it wasn't a bad interaction. It was just funny. But I love Petco Park, man. I love Petco Park. And hold on, let me show you guys, dude. Let me show you. I had the best ballpark food I've ever had in my life at the game. No joke, dude. No freaking joke. These brisket fries. I forgot what's the name. Dang it. Says someone know the name of the barbecue place that's in there? I can't remember the name. Let me turn off the chat. Where's the chat? Oh, there it is. These brisket fries. This was the best ballpark food I've ever had. Just perfect. Perfect brisket. The fries were perfect. Just lightly crispy, but not hard. Oh my God. I would kill for this. Guys, I have not eaten today. Not one thing. I've not had a bite of food today. And I'm starving. I'm going to go stuff my gourd right after this live stream. Okay? And thank you for noticing. Yes, I have lost a lot of weight. I've lost like 35 pounds at this point. Okay? Your boy's looking trim and good. Brisket fries didn't help. But actually, I didn't even finish them, I don't think. But they were phenomenal, dude. And I want to go back just for these. So if you go to Petco Park, get the brisket fries. It's actually, They call it some borracho fries. They call it borracho fries. Doesn't that mean drunkard? Borracho fries, you add the brisket. So of course it's like another $7 or something ridiculous. But that's fine, dude. You only live once. Talk to my lawyers. Okay? But anyways, yeah, if you go get these brisket fries, phenomenal. Can't say enough about it. Okay? I can't say enough, and I won't. I won't. Your boy and Big Rich. What's he go by now? Rich Rocka? Not Big Rich. Your boy goes by like Rich Rocka now or whatever. Did you film the Padres game? I didn't. No. I just chilled with my brother. Just had a brother day. I did bring my Osmo, so I did film just for funsies, but I didn't do an episode. And I'll tell you why. We were supposed to go to LA. My brother was going to come up and meet me in LA, and then we were going to go do a video in LA. We were going to do Angel's Flight in LA, which I've always wanted to do a video on. But then he couldn't come to LA, and I was like, all right. I was like, screw it. I'll just come to San Diego. And we were going to go to the Angels game that night. So we we're going to go to Angels Flight in LA and then go to the Angels game in Anaheim. But then he couldn't come up. So I was like, is there a ball game we can go to? Is there anything going on, like an event? I don't care what sport. Can we go to a sporting event tonight? And I didn't look up the schedule. So he's like, oh, Padres are home tonight. Perfect. Book it. So I book it. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I was like, perfect. You know what we'll do? We'll do a short little video on Lane Field. Okay. Now dang it, it's not. I usually have my little pin, my Lane Field pin. Okay, it's this old ballpark that is long gone, but they made this little park and they mapped out where home plate is and stuff. Really cool. I've always wanted to do a quick little video there. But of course, it was a Saturday and there's a farmer's market in that park, so we couldn't do it. So because I'm like, that's 2 videos I wanted to do, now I can't do. I was just like, dude, we'll just hang out, dude. I'll just have we'll just have a brother day at the ball game. So we did that, and we had brisket fries, and that was that. Talk to my lawyers. You going to the History of the Bay Day event. Dude, I saw that. Do they have like panels and stuff, or is it performances? I don't know, but it would be dope. Petco is one of my favorite ballparks. It's great. Petco's awesome. Not a big fan of their fans. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. There's some great fans there, though. But some of them act like they've won 20 championships. Padres fans are the type of fans that go to a ballpark to socialize. There's a baseball game on in the background. I wouldn't say all that. There's definitely this layer of like Padres fans that are there for the hype, because right now they're like very hyped and they're doing a great job of connecting with the city and making the games a destination. A lot like the Giants did with Oracle Park. They're doing a great job at that. So there is that layer of people, but there's still a ton of fans invested in the game, having a good time. So I'm not going to hate on them like that. Giants, Dodgers, D-backs have way more over SD simply because of titles. Yeah, for sure. Problem with San Diego is it's a pandemic issue. Meaning unless they change the culture with the baseball team, they'll never win a championship. Wait, how's that a pandemic issue? I think I'm missing something. Do like the players though. Very friendly, threw a lot of baseballs to me. I love the players. Tatis can rub people the wrong way, but incredible player, man, and he is fun. He's electric. He hit a first inning home run, dude. I think him and Bogarts went back to back in the first inning. It was fun. It was a great way to start the game. Manny Machado didn't play. I posted in the Discord. Manny Machado is a player that I always want to love. I want to love him. I really did when he was with the Orioles. But sometimes he just gets like obviously there's the well-known documented times where he was lazy on the base paths and stuff like that. That's always annoying. And then he had this really stupid answer to a reporter who just asked, the reporter asked, how do you assess the season? He's like, oh, what do you think? And he was like super rude. Like, bro, like assess the season. It's not that hard, dude. That's part of your job. You got to market the game. If people don't care about the game and don't want to hear what you have to say and don't go to the game, there's no money for you. San Diego has a come to Jesus moment. Finally realized that unless they win, they're a loser. That's what they need to promote. But I don't think they're ever going to come to that. Man, that's a harsh criticism, but I get it. They ever come to that really laid back fans that go there just to drink and hang out, may never really connect. I mean, they can't. That's what's cool about Petco Park is it has the room and the space for those fans to exist. It has the park at the park. So people who don't really care about the game as much, they can go hang out there. They can sit on the grass. Like, and it's way cheaper for the usually, but I heard they are raising the prices. Of course, dude. I hate the whole business. But Petco has room for that. So I think they're in a good place as far as like keeping that going without, while still being able to have real fans fill the game. Now, that's the thing, a problem I think with Oracle Park is it's a little tighter. It's more confined. From center field, you can't really see the game, whereas at Petco Park, at the park, they have screens up and you can still sort of see the game. We have the small center field area behind the scoreboard with Crazy Crab and all that, but you can't see the game. I don't even think there's TVs up. So, like, if you're there to socialize or even in the garden underneath, you can't really see the game. And it's just smaller. And so there's more of the fans not paying attention to the game spilling out to the seats. And that's one of the reasons I don't like sitting in the bleachers at Oracle Park. Because too many people are not even paying attention to the game. A lot of them aren't even facing the game. They'll be sitting backwards just to hang out with their friends. Like, I can't do it. I want to watch the game. Like, I want to have fun, too. Like, I can goof off, but, like, They did take out the Dodgers in 2022. I loved that. That was great. One of the games this season at Petco Park, there was a foul ball bouncing around and jumped on it. There were Padres fans damn near hitting me. Dude, that's rude. Who hit the ball, Babe Ruth? How valuable was it? That's just proving my point, dude. San Diego's more of a hangout. Yeah, I mean, for sure. For sure. But I mean, again, though, I can't say that because they have tried to add players. Like, they make moves. They do a lot. Just for some reason, it doesn't work out for them. I mean, they've gone pretty far, but for the amount of hype and the way the fans act, they should have won a couple rings in the last 10 years. You're a picky eater. I used to be too. I'm not so much anymore. Petco Park is right in front of the convention center where Comic-Con is held. Yeah, it's a cool area, man. And used to be almost nothing down there. Now, Gaslamp District, everything is just dope over there. Ball game food should taste like shit in the ball game. In the ball game, the players should be amazing when the food's good and the players are average. That's a bad combo. Oh, man. You're a tough critic, dude. No food after being out all day? Yeah, dude, I'm starving. Think about watching the original Tron film in a bit. Dude, I haven't watched Tron in a while. I like Tron. Maybe I'll follow up with Kroll and Masters of the Universe. The whole little 80s run, dude. I dig it. Here's a story about Babe Ruth hitting home run in the park into an open container train car. Yeah, someone said that happened at Rickwood Field because there's train tracks right behind it. Now, I looked where the train tracks were when I was there. There's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way. They have performances at the History of the Bay Day event. I want to go, but it's Sunday. I'll have to get back to LA on Sunday. I might look into it. Tatis is super friendly. That's good to hear. Cool to see Dregs One go from music videos to creating Bay Area rap history. Dude, Dregs One, shout out, man. He found a lane and captured it. Way too lazy. Yeah, that's the thing. Machado, like, I want to like him. Like, when he's good, he's incredible. He plays with, like, swagger, which I like. But then he's just, he gets so lazy and just... Rhino Hearn. Jack in the Box run? Maybe. I don't know about Jack in the Box. Yeah, Jack in the Box might work. But I'm getting something, dude. And that's on God, dude. But yeah, so Padres game was super fun. We parked in a weird parking garage at the library, which is cool. I saw the new VW bus. This lady was driving it. I talked to her. I asked her about it. 100. Whoa! Diosa, I just saw the price. Are you serious? I was going to get one, but not now. I'm so bummed. So the new Roots kit is coming out. I think tomorrow it's going on sale online. $175, dude. Oh, wait, what is this, eBay? Oh, is that resale price? Is this resale price? If it's resale price, maybe we can find one that's not. I'm not doing $175 though. But I want this kit bad. I want this bad. Do you hear me? But I'm not doing $175. That's on everything. I usually park at Chicano Park and walk. That could have worked. Dude, 175. I mean, it's the thing. It's the eBay thing. It's the eBay thing. What else is going on, dude? Join the Discord if you haven't. You know, we share fun stuff there. We share fun stuff. All right. So then I went to Knott's Scary Farm. My first time. I've never. Well, I went to like a haunted house many, many years ago, but it was like just a dedicated haunted house. It wasn't a theme park, like theme park with mazes. So this was my first time actually going to Knott's Scary Farm. And if you guys know, I'm a huge Knott's Berry Farm guy. Huge Knott's Berry Barn. I'm a Knott's Ferry Barn guy. I'm a Knott's Berry Farm guy. Okay, I love boysenberries. And that's that, dude. Talk to my lawyers. So I went to Knott's Scary Farm for the first time. And it was fun, dude. It was fun. But I do have some issues. Can I ever talk about something without complaining? We'll see. What is expensive? $250. Here's my thing. All right. I don't know how to say this without sounding like corny, and I'm not trying to sound corny. But I don't get scared, okay? I don't get creeped out. Like, you could scare me with like a jump scare. But for the most part, like in the haunted houses, I can see where they're at. And I can tell, like, oh, I'm sure he's going to jump out of this door. And of course, they open the door. But I just don't have like that gene to like get scared or get spooked out. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just fun. Like, I just like to kind of lose myself in the imagination of it all. But I'm not actually feeling fear. And so I guess I can't relate because like some of the mazes, like, it's supposed to be like an old house. One was like an old group home. That one was really cool. I posted in the Discord, but I found a bobblehead in one of the kids' rooms in the group home. But it's like, it's supposed to be a group home or some abandoned factory, whatever it's supposed to be, right? They're all different. And people are like spooked out. I'm like, but we're at a theme park, dude. You can go get a boysenberry slushie about 16 feet from here, you know? I wish I could feel that. It's like maybe my imagination just sucks. It's not good enough. But I just don't get scared of stuff. I don't get scared of scary movies. I can enjoy them. I can like them. But like, I don't actually feel the fear. So for that, I'm just like, okay. Like, there's one that was super cool. This set where it was like an old boat. And there's like a fisherman with like a hook. You know, like the old school fisherman. Like the Islanders old logo. With like the rain hat and like a big rain coat with rain boots, you know, on like a boat, and he has a hook, and the boat's super cool. But it's like, bro, we're not on a boat though. Like, you know, Ghost Rider's right there, you know, there's restrooms right around the corner. Like, we're not actually out to sea. And I don't know, I wish I could feel that. But also, like, my thing is too, like, because so many people are scared, they kind of like run through it. And I hated that. It bummed me out, man. Like, I didn't want to run through. I want to like go through and look at all the theming and decor and like appreciate all the work and effort that went into this place. But like, because the people ahead of me and the people behind me are all trying to like damn near sprint, Like I barely got to look at anything. I'm like going through the rooms like, oh, this room's awesome. And then I'm like ushered out because there's someone like almost getting a piggyback on me, some stranger. You know what I mean? I'm just like, bro, like, can we slow down? And like they should do a special ticketed event, like the people who aren't scared, you know? And again, I know that sounds kind of like corny, like I'm so tough, dude. I'm so tough, dude. I'm not trying to say it like that. It's just a fact of life. I don't know. I love Not Scary Farm. I have to do VIP though. Yeah, so I was gonna do VIP, but I ended up not. And luckily the lines went really fast and we hit every maze except for one that had like an hour and 20-minute wait. I think it was a new one. It's called the Zoo. It must be new, and that's why everyone was waiting. I don't know. But for some reason, that one was 120 minutes. The other one, the longest, was 40 minutes. But yeah, like, I want to, like, take my time, dude. I want to hang out in some of the rooms. I want to look at all the decorations. I want to, like, appreciate it. Dude, like, some of those sets are so amazing, man. And you just have to, like, power walk through it. You know, otherwise this girl I don't know is about to jump on my back or push me over, dude. Is there a Warner Brothers park in the U.S. anywhere? Six Flags uses Warner Brothers stuff, and then Warner Brothers Studios, like the actual studios, they have a tour. I'm a legendary hater. I'm so tough, dude. I am. Nah, but like there was some of these sets, dude. There was one, dude. I don't think this is a new maze, so some of you guys may have seen this. There was this lady that was a spider, dude. I'll say that again, dude. It was a lady, but she was also a spider. And it was so incredible. It was so impressive. And I just wanted to sit there and watch, but I can't because everyone's running through there. I'm just like, bro, I want to watch the spider. When are we ever going to see a spider lady again? Let's get to know her. Let's talk shop, dude. Let's kick around some ideas. So give me like a special ticket where I can take my time. I can meander, dude. You know? But then, you know what's also funny, since I don't get scared? And look, not only am I tough, I have extreme high awareness. So the people walking around the park, they just like walk through the shadows and then jump at you at the last second. I knew every time, so like they don't scare me, right? Because I was like, I see you coming, dude. You're walking through the fog. You're gonna pretend you're not like paying attention to me, and then the last second, as we cross by, you're gonna be. And so sometimes it's like I didn't really react. It was just kind of like, yeah, I know, dude. I know. And then I felt bad because I'm like, I'm not trying to make them feel stupid, but it's like, am I supposed to fake it? Whoa. So I felt bad. But that's what happens when you have 99 awareness. That's what happens, dude. Get used to it. If you got a problem with that, talk to my lawyers. Warner Brothers Movie World? That's cool. What up, Mark? Oh, you missed a good one, Mark. Yeah, so I wish I could walk through slow, take pictures, dude, hang out with the butcher or the spider lady or the werewolf or whoever. Like, I want to interact, dude. Let's have some fun, dude. But instead, who I was with was doing it too, so I had to keep up. And I'm just like, bro, what are you... But I loved it. It was super fun. I just wish I could enjoy it more and take more time in the mazes. I could definitely do with less people walking around the park, just scaring people. It just seems like, all right, another one. You know, there's 4 more walking towards us. That one's gonna do the little skate slide thing. You know, they have like the metal on their knee or whatever, and they slide at you. Just like, all right, dude. Can we? I just want to. I just want to find, some what is it called? Funnel fries with boysenberry sauce. I'm trying to just find that, dude. And you're gonna slide at me and make sparks. So I just started complimenting their weaponry. Like, that's an impressive sword you got there. You know, try to make them feel good. You know, I don't want to make them feel bad because they can't scare me. It's just some part of my brain. Maybe I had a stroke. And that fear part of my brain is just like broken. I mean, I can feel fear in certain situations, but it's not very strong. But like, definitely at a theme park that is themed to spooky, creepy, horror, gore, I'm not scared because I know what it is. This is not really a haunted house, you know. That poor gal on that kitchen table that's cut in half, it's not a real gal. Maybe if it was a real gal, I'd be scared, right? But the theming, everything is super cool. And the actors do a heck of a job, you know. They do great. But one thing too, like, I want more like creativity with the themes. Too many of them just feel the same. The movies too, all the horror genre is so saturated with the same kind of stuff. And the haunts are the same thing. Like, some of these haunts, I couldn't even tell the difference. I'm like, are we still in the other one? Yeah, it looks the same. Like, oh, is it another guy in a pig mask? Oh, is this pig mask stitched? Oh, is this pig mask made out of burlap? How many guys in pig masks are we going to do? Have we not ran out of gas on that one? Or are we just going to keep doing the pig mask thing? You know? I swear, like, half the mazes had a guy in a pig mask. Yeah. I got it. You know, I got it the first time. You know, it was cool. Yeah, some of them are just it's like all the themes are the same, the rooms look the same. I think it would be really cool if, like, find some new minds, right? There's someone right outside this window yapping away too, by the way. So it's kind of throwing me off. You know, I can't really tell what I'm saying and what they're saying. I hope you guys can't hear it because it's incredibly loud for me. Oh yeah, I'm looking at my Ring camera. They're standing out there yapping right outside my door. Like, you know what was popular was like Severance. Did you guys watch Severance? And it's like these really creepy liminal space offices. Why don't they do something like that? Like, make some of them like super bright with like those really annoying office lights, like old school office lights that are just like unsettling, and make it all bright with like a long hallway, and you're like, we got to walk down that hallway. That to me, I think might be more unsettling. Just mix it up, dude. That's all I'm saying. Just mix it up, dude. We can have here. make the creepy office building, make it bright and really like off-putting, and you can have the pig guy in the mask in the conference room or something. Okay, if you need the pig mask, we'll put him in the conference room. It's fine. But like, just mix it up with the theme. Like, how unsettling would that be if you're going through all these spooky mazes, all these, oh, it's another children's dark bedroom. I didn't see 90 of those so far tonight, right? With a creepy mannequin of a kid on the rocking chair or whatever. Like, how would it would be so cool if you go through like a couple of those, and then you go through one, and it's like this, you're lost in this office building, and there's an alien looking for you or something. I don't know. Yeah. You do the math, dude. You figure it out. I gave you a jumping off point. You can talk to my lawyers about it. But I don't know, just mix it up, dude. Just get creative, because like, too many of them, it's just like, this is the same as the last one. And I have to run through it just like the last one. See a funny video of a clown girl accidentally scaring a guy while she's taking a break? No, I didn't see that. That's funny. Did you get a video? I didn't get a video. I didn't do a video. I should have did a video. But I do have a video coming out Tuesday. And I have a video I filmed today that'll come out after that. And then I have another video I already uploaded that'll come out after that has to do with monsters. So it'll be out before Halloween. Woo! Heard some of them quit because they didn't scare you. Dang, dude. I made him hang up the cleats. Like Jack Skellington after the Halloween parade. Man, I haven't seen that movie in forever. I gotta watch it again. Saw that Ballers prices for season tickets have almost doubled in price. Yeah, I had heard that. Good Boy looks solid. That's the one from the perspective of the dog, huh? That looks interesting. Dude, tonight, if I have the energy, I might watch Nosferatu tonight, the new one, because I haven't watched it yet. And there's nothing any of you can do to stop me. Nothing. If I want to watch it, I'm watching it, dude. And luckily, look, last sip. Not sponsored by the Can Be business email in the description. Everything the fine folks at Pepsi Cola are out there because, oh man, I needed that hit of caffeine. I finished this off. Oh, that was good. But luckily, I do have Pure Life water. Purified water enhanced with minerals for a crisp taste. If any of the fine folks over at Pure Life Water would like to sponsor the Sunday night live stream, better than Kai Cenat. Who's he have? Kevin Hart? He has Kevin Hart? Dude, I have neighbors talking outside my window. Beat that, dude. Beat that. I have dirt from John Thurman Field in Modesto. And you're going to look me in the face and be like, but he has Drewski. What are you talking about? Like, let's be real here, dude. You know? Try that on for size. You know? It is what it is. You can talk to my lawyers. They're still yapping. But look, Not Scary Farm was super fun. Seeing Ghost Town with all the fog is always super cool. I've only seen it on videos, but to finally see it in person. One thing that bummed me out, though, is all the like sets were closed, like blocked off, like the buildings you can look in. And I love that. I'm a big Knott's Berry Farm guy. Oh, but guys. Did I just break my whole thing? Did I break my whole life? Oh, I gotta do a twirl, dude. I gotta do a twirl. I have news for you. I might have brought this up on a live stream previously, but when I went to Knott's Berry Farm with my niece last summer, we spent 2 days at Knott's Berry Farm. The Calico Mine Ride was closed for refurbishment or whatever, dude. And I had not been to Knott's Berry Farm with rides open. I went during the pandemic for a food festival, but there's no rides. I'd not been back with rides open in about 10 years. Literally 10 years, dude. And I love Knott's Berry Farm, dude. I got Knott's Berry Farm stuff on my wall, and I didn't go for 10 years. Besides the food festivals, right? So I wanted a little Calico Mine Ride in my life more than anything. Do you get it? Because that's my favorite ride. That's one of my favorite rides any park anywhere. It is a classic historic mine train ride. It influenced Walt Disney and Frontierland. I love my Wild West stuff. I love the Calico Mine Ride, and I had not been on it in at least 10 years. And it was closed. And oh boy, was my little heart broken. And you guys know I'm a sensitive soul, dude. I'm a sweetie pie. My heart is sensitive. I have feelings, I have emotions, and I wear them on my sleeve, all right? And you may not like me, but I like me. Okay? So the Calico Mine Ride was open during Not Scary Farm, and I got to go on it. He did it. He did it, dude. He got to go on the Calico Mine Ride and Oakland Ballers Championship Parade today. Is the kid living or is he living? It was, dude. It's like better every time I go on it, dude. The fact that it's as old as it is and has the huge sets, like the whole mining operation. Oh, she's beautiful, dude. She's beautiful. If the Calico Mine Ride was was a woman, I'm marrying her, dude. She's gritty. She's gritty, dude. She's she's mature, and she's still serving she's still serving imagination, dude, to the masses, and we love it. We love it. And it was just a thrill, dude. It was so fun to be on it. And I'm just juiced, dude. And if you don't like that, draft up some paperwork and send it over to my lawyers and we'll go over it. That's that. That's that, dude. Pig mask is legendary. Apparently, dude. Diosa, have a good one. Bang Bang Variety Gang. Saw Nosferatu. You misspelled that so bad. It's crazy. Movie theaters. Don't remember how many times I fell asleep. Yeah, I heard it's kind of boring, but I sometimes I really like boring movies. You know, I loved like The King. Like slow, vibey, aura-filled movies. Oh, dude, that's why I like Dune 1 so much. Just vibey, dude. Just aura, dude. So if Nosferatu has a little bit of that, I'll do my thing. Oh, they're done talking. They walked away. Woo! Kevin Hart is not funny. I think Kevin Hart is funny when he's just hanging out. His stand-up, though, is kind of like whatever. Nosferatu was awesome. Recommend Sinners. I think I talked about this on the live stream, but I finally watched Sinners. I've watched it twice now. Sinners, oh, I love it. I love it, dude. I want a prequel of the twins, like, in Chicago. Because I wanted more of that. And the thing, did you guys watch, what's it, From Dusk Till Dawn? I love the first part of the movie where it's just like a crime drama. I kind of lose interest when the vampires come out. Like, I like the crime drama part. And it was kind of like that with Sinners, but I did love the second half too, like the when everything goes crazy. But I loved the beginning when they're just two twin gangsters, dude. And they're just running errands. Dude, you give me a movie with twin gangsters running errands? Doing some chores, dude? I'm a happy camper. Dude, hey, Michael B. Jordan, go do your laundry, dude. I'm here for the ride. I'm here for the ride, dude. Smoke can go. He can meet us there. I don't care, dude. I'm along for the ride. Let's go do laundry. And that's that. Great movie. Sinners is awesome. Long Walk. Oh, did you see it? I want to see The Long Walk also. Dude, I haven't been into movies in so long, but last year or two, there's been so many good ones, dude. A lot of them I haven't even seen yet, but One Battle After Another, I'm so juiced. I think I'm going to go to the theaters for the first time in a long time. I haven't been to the theaters. I can't remember. It might have been Indiana Jones last year. Dial of Destiny or whatever. That might have been the last movie I went. I don't go to the movies that often anymore. I used to go all the time. But I'm trying to go see One Battle After Another. I'm just waiting for like a night that I have free. Kevin Hart never showered with Sacramento Kings. Yeah, he didn't. Nosferatu was great. It's all atmosphere. Yeah, see, I like the atmosphere, so I might like it. Nothing tops Sinners for me this year. Not even Superman. Like, I didn't see Superman, okay? I didn't see Superman. But from the previews, I have zero interest. And it's the same problem I have with almost all the DC movies outside of Batman. But the DCU movies, I hate the way they look. They just look like garbage to me. Like, the background is always so, like, bright with no color. Everyone's pale. And not even, like, pale, like like blue, like they're half dead pale. I don't. Why are all the DCU movies like that, dude? Take it out back and shoot it, and then maybe I'll watch one of your little movies. But I tried to watch Batman vs Superman. I made it 20 minutes. I turned it off. Like, nope, we're not doing this. Not now, not ever. Okay, we're not doing this. The only one I love all the Batman stuff outside of that, though. Obviously, Nolan trilogy, phenomenal. The Batman, I might even like better. It's just moody aura vibes, dude, and your boy loves it. Okay, Joker, I loved. I'm not gonna watch Joker 2. Doesn't exist to me. I don't like musicals for the most part. To be a musical I like, you really got to be phenomenal, and I just don't think it is. Okay, but like the Greatest Showman type of musicals, I'm cool, dude. You guys have fun. I'm gonna stay home. You guys have fun. Don't worry about me. Go ahead and go watch it. Like the corny music, I'm not doing all that. Drive-in theaters left in the Bay. I think there's one in San Jose still. I used to love drive-in movies. Superman was amazing in theaters. Man, maybe I should watch it. Indy 5 sucked, made him look bad. Look, here's my thing. I just love Indiana Jones. One of my favorite characters. I'll accept anything. And I know I shouldn't. I know I should have standards, but I don't. My lawyers are drafting up paperwork now, so think about that. First movie, the new trilogy. So look, I do hear it's good. A lot of people say Superman is good. My problem is the way it looks. It looks garbage to me. I hate the backgrounds where it's all white and Superman looks blue. Why is he blue? I'm not talking about his suit. I'm talking about his face. They purposely sabotaged Joker 2. I think I heard that theory. I think I did hear that theory. Haven't heard of any movie since Dune 2 that has even caught my attention. I still haven't watched Dune 2. You know why? Because I love Dune 1 so much that I'm waiting for the perfect night to watch Dune 2. I want everything to be perfect, dude. I want to feel good, dude. I don't want a tummy ache, dude. I don't want an ingrown toenail. I want to be perfect. I want to have some ice cream. I want to black out the windows. I want to turn off my phone, dude. I want my neighbors to shut up there and over there. And I just want to consume myself in the world of Dune 2. And this is what's funny about me. I'm so patient with stuff. I will wait years to watch something I can't wait to watch. I can't wait to watch, but I feel like I can't wait to watch it. So Dune 2, I might not watch it for another 4 years, but when I do, I know I'm going to love it. And that's that, dude. Lawyers are drafting up the paperwork now. Like Superman, but wasn't amazed by it like everyone else. Everyone loves it more to spite Man of Steel. I didn't even watch Man of Steel, dude. I don't like any of the DC movies. I've tried. I just hate the way they look. They look like garbage to me. The way they're filmed, they're all fuzzy blue screened garbage. I hate the production. I hate it. I can't get past it. You know? I don't know. I'd rather watch The Penguin. I did watch The Penguin. It was good. Indy was supposed to die? Oh, I didn't know that. You can't kill Indy, dude. He's got to be immortal. Love for Sinners. Godzilla. I remember you telling me Godzilla and Kong you really liked. I got to watch that. Bet the UHD version of Dune, if you're really going to watch it, right? You only watch the streaming version. You're not going to see the full version. Oh, good to know. All right, I'll look for that. Watch Dune 2 Part 3 will be based on Dune Messiah. Is that the show? I didn't watch that yet. I have no idea what is DC and what is Marvel, really? All right, so the Marvel ones are the ones that are like elite, are great or entertaining, and then the DC ones are the ones that suck. I think you're like Donnie Darko. Dude, I've never watched Donnie Darko. It's my cup of tea. Well, here's the thing. There might be a qualifier on that. I do not like surreal movies. And I heard that's like the ultimate surreal movie. I don't like when things are just weird just to be weird. When I say vibes and aura, I mean like cool aura. Dude, like Timothy Chalamet in The King, dude. Like he's the drunkard's son. He was supposed to be the chosen one, but he's just philandering around with women and getting drunk. But then his brother's about to get killed, so he's like, dude, I gotta jump into action. He jumps into action and he's just walking around with so much aura. That's what I like. So the surreal movie, I don't know if I like that. I'm trying to think of another surreal movie I've watched that I could base it off of, but I can't think of one. Because usually I can tell when it's like that or I hear it is and I just skip it. I don't know. I love Man of Steel. Talk to my lawyers. All right, dude. My lawyers will reach out to yours. I'm going to watch Dune 2 soon. I would say tonight, but I feel like I'm in a Nosferatu mood because the video I finished last night has an appearance by Nosferatu that will come out. Once I get this Ballers video done, I'm going to drop that, and then this other one will come out shortly after that. But Nosferatu was in it. I was editing it last night. I finished it last night. So I'm in a Nosferatu mood, dude. He connected it all together, didn't he? He weaved a web, and it all connected. Dude, the Ballers are champions, dude. We did the parade today. Video will be out soon. Okay? Talk to my lawyers. Watched The Matrix for the first time in my life. Overrated. Oh, man. I love The Matrix. I haven't watched The Matrix in like 20 years, to be honest. It's one of those movies where it's like I know the whole movie, so I just don't feel like... I don't know. Sometimes when I know a movie too well, I just don't... I'm like, I don't need to watch it. I'd rather watch something new. The exception being, of course, like The Goonies. I watch The Goonies every day because it's the best movie of all time. Curious to see Kingdom of Heaven 2005. Dude, I always hear that's a great movie. I've never watched it either. Dude, let's watch Kingdom of Heaven and compare notes. New Naked Gun is really good. That's good to hear. I love the classics. First 4 Dune books. Yeah, I've never read any of them. Just tell me this. Does Dune 3 have a guy in a pig mask? Because if not, I don't know if I'm interested. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I'm better than iShowSpeed. You know? I'm better than him. Anyways. Shout out to everybody that was there today. It's October, so I'm watching all 13. I saw you post that. So Bay Area Throwbacks watches all the Halloween movies. I've never watched the Halloween movies. So perhaps it's time. I always avoided horror movies, a lot of them, because I just thought they were bad. Maybe because, like I said, I don't get scared because I'm so tough. But the original Halloween looks fun with Jamie Lee Curtis or whatever. She's in the original, right? It always looked fun, so I should at least watch that one. And I visited the set in La Puente, California, when they were filming one of the Halloween movies when I was a kid. They had all these windows decorated on the little main street and stuff, and I have pictures with me and my grandma. R.I.P. With some of the like movie set stuff, which was cool. But yeah, I've never watched them, dude. I've watched, let's see, out of like the classics, I've watched The Exorcist. I watched Nightmare on Elm Street like years ago. I should watch it again at this point because I do love Freddy. What else? Dude, you know what I've never watched? I've never watched Scream. You know why? I didn't like the like satirical aspect of it. It seemed corny. Hey, he knows what he likes. He knows what he likes, dude. I do love what's the satire version with the Wayans? Scary Movie. I like Scary Movie. Halloween Resurrection is always the one I can't wait to be done with. Worst one for sure. I think you were on the set of Halloween H2O. Okay. Dude, you're a Halloween expert. Look at you. You know a movie I like? Hocus Pocus. How about that, dude? Try that on for size. Exorcist is legendary. A lot of people didn't like the recent one. Yeah, I didn't watch the recent one. I watched the original before, probably like twice. It's cool, you know. I like it. I watched all the Conjuring movies. An ex-girlfriend made me watch a bunch of them a few years ago. And I don't know, they were entertaining, but like they're kind of corny. Entertaining, but corny. And I watched there's like a show like that I watched. Oh, I watched like The Haunting. What was it? The Haunting of Bly Manor. And there's like a spin-off, or that's the spin-off. I forgot which one's which. Those were really entertaining. Those were fun. Haunting of, what is it? Haunting, let me look it up because otherwise it's gonna bother me. Haunting of Hill House, I think, and then Haunting of Bly Manor. I think Haunting of Hill House is probably the first one. Haunting of Hill House was really fun. I liked it, and I think Bly Manor was the second one. Yeah, those were fun. I really like The Orphanage, the Spanish movie, The Orphanage. El Orphanage, I don't know how to say it. Talk to my lawyers. Escape from New York. The Thing and Big Trouble in Little China are masterpieces. I agree with you. Oh, Weapons. Dude, I swear I went to watch Weapons the other day. Okay? I swear it was on a streaming service, and I looked, it wasn't. I swear it was on a streaming service. Like, it just popped up. But maybe it was for rent, because it was on there for rent. But I swear it was on, like, Prime to watch. Unless it was, like, some short-lived preview or something. I don't know, dude. Talk to my lawyers. But I was going to watch it, so I want to see Weapons. I'm going to see Weapons, One Battle After Another, Dune 2, and then I'll see you in court. Just started watching Scream movies recently because my girl loves them. They're cool. I like the recent ones because Jenna Ortega. I like Jenna Ortega. There's a scene where he's in a hospital. He tries to cry, but he looks like he's laughing. They have fake blown out teeth, so he's trying to cry while his teeth fall out. Whoa. Hocus Pocus and Casper. Those are good. I like the really bad Haunted Mansion movie that Eddie Murphy was in, and the recent Haunted Mansion with Lakeith Stanfield, whatever. I love him, but for some reason his name seems wrong. I really enjoyed that too. You know, I like the Haunted Mansion, dude. The kid likes the Haunted Mansion. What are you gonna do about it? There's a scene where he's in a hospital. He's just, oh, I already read that. Yeah, dude. Don't recommend movies to me unless they have a guy in a pig mask. You know, I like originality. Talk to my lawyers. What else is up, dude? Mr. Boogedy, dude. One of my best friends as a kid in like elementary school, like 4th or 5th grade, he was obsessed with that movie. He had it on VHS, and he always wanted to watch it. I would go over his house after school, and he'd want to watch Mr. Boogedy. Mr. Boogedy! Give it up, dude. Ballers are champions, and that's that. Dude, I'm so hungry. I've not eaten a morsel today. What time is it? 9:59. It's about to be 10 p.m. I've not ate a morsel of food today. And that's why your boy's down 30, 35 pounds, whatever it is. I lost count at this point. Oh, it's just falling off him. Intermittent fasting, freaking dude, get on the freaking supplements, dude. Get the meal replacement shakes, dude. Get the semaglutides if you need them. Get the terpazine, whatever. Do it, dude. We're getting in shape for the winter. Getting my winter body ready, and that's that. Talk to my lawyers. Also, all right, I went to Disneyland, and here's my gripe with Disneyland. All right, This is my gripe with Disneyland. When we went a few months ago with my niece, went for the 70th, the Matterhorn was closed, dude. You're gonna look me in my eyes, dude. Look into the windows of my soul, and you're gonna tell me it's the 70th anniversary of Disneyland, and you don't have the Matterhorn open? You didn't pre-plan to have one of the most classic attractions opened in 1959, 4 years after the park opened. It was the biggest, to that point, it was the biggest thing to ever be added to the parks, and you're going to look me into the windows of my soul and you're going to tell me, nah, we're closed. That is crazy, dude. First of all, talk to my lawyers. Second of all, what me and my brother were saying is like, damn, it almost feels like this trip is not complete until we get the Matterhorn, right? So that trip will forever be incomplete. The way I felt it was like, if I die, I'm going to become a ghost because I have unfinished business. I need to ride the Matterhorn. So if you want to set my spirit free, if, some like middle school kids want to like go on a mystery adventure, dude, and there's a YouTuber ghost and he's hanging out. He's hanging out and he's upset and he's screaming at night. They just need to know that I need to ride the Matterhorn. So what you need to do is somehow capture my spirit and you need to take me to the Matterhorn. And then maybe I could die happy and then I'll float away. So this trip, well, I wouldn't say trip. I just went for one day and I got there late. Not even a full day, but the Matterhorn was open. Dude, you're telling me, dude, in one weekend, he got to ride the Calico Mine Ride at Knott's Berry Farm and the Matterhorn at Disneyland? Is anyone topping this? Is anyone even comparable in any way? Nobody's putting up numbers like this. So I rode the Matterhorn, dude, and that's that. He's a happy camper. Okay? Now there's a twist. You guys know there's a twist, right? Yes, he got to ride the Matterhorn. It was lovely. But Big Thunder Mountain was closed. Oh, dude. No Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, dude. Now if I die again, you're going to have to capture my spirit and take me on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Because I went to a whole day at Disneyland with no Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. And that's not how it works. That ain't how it works. You kidding me? I was so sad. Walked over. First thing I did, Mark Twain Riverboat. The kid knows his stuff. The kid knows ball. Mark Twain Riverboat. Get out of here. If you ain't down with the Mark Twain Riverboat, dude, my fofo, make sure all you kids don't grow, dude. Mark Twain Riverboat. I was so excited as I'm walking into the Mark Twain Riverboat. I look to my right, the entrance to Big Thunder Mountain, and there's a whole wall around it. If you could feel the betrayal that coursed through my veins. So just know, if I die and I'm a ghost and I'm haunting things, you got to capture my spirit and you got to take me to Disneyland and let me ride Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, do the goat trick, and then I can float away into heaven or whatever. But until then, I'll be stuck in purgatory because there's unfinished business. Don't eat. Starving makes you tougher. Well, I'm already way too tough, and that's the problem. Oh yeah, it is on Disney Plus. I've never watched Halloween Town. I'm on the cream. Oh no, dude, I'm on the Balco, dude. Are you exercising too? So I'm walking a lot. I'm not exercising fully, so I don't feel good about myself. I'm glad I lost the weight, but I don't feel good about myself. I feel weak. I feel decrepit. So I'm going to be exercising a lot more going forward. I've just been like fasting and stuff. I'm just trying to lose the weight, dude. Like, so if you guys don't know, I am, what is the word? I'm obsessive. And I used to be good at this, but as I get older, I'm bad with the weight management. But I weighed myself earlier this year, March, whenever it was. I'd been trying to eat less, but it wasn't going hard. But I weighed myself, and I was the heaviest I'd ever been. And I panicked, and I rolled it back. And that's how it works with me. I get obsessive. Because I was like way over where I thought I was. And what's crazy, so you guys might be able to see it in my videos, because I'm going to be, in the next 3 videos, I'm going to be 3 different sizes. First video, I'm going to be medium. Video after that, I'm going to be skinny. Video after that, I'm going to be the heaviest I've ever been. And you can tell. It's shocking. So if people that don't know that I do my videos out of order and I just edit when I get a chance, like the sports ones, I try to put out as soon as possible. But the other ones, I just, whenever I get a chance, dude. Look, my channel doesn't get a lot of traction, okay? I can't do this full time. I just fit it in. Talk to my lawyers. Yeah, so if people don't know, they'll be like, dude, what is going on? Are you about to die? Because you have changed weight 3 times in 2 weeks. But he rode the Matterhorn. GLP one shots tried to charge $2,000. Bro, what? It's that expensive? We only got 80 some days till New Year's. Dang. Time flies, dude. Anyone could afford. Dude, 2,000. What? GLP one shot? Is that the one that Serena is pushing? Or Costco's gonna offer the shots for what? Heard they turned on the Matterhorn for speed and Kai Cenat. You're a liar, dude. You're a liar, and my lawyers will be reaching out. And that's that, dude. Anyways, Disneyland was fun. Halloween time doesn't hit the same as it used to for me, like at Disneyland specifically. I just feel like it doesn't feel like as many decorations. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I went on Nightmare Before Christmas. You guys know I'm not a fan. It's cool. Some of the effects are obviously well done, and that's fun. But like, I just want regular Haunted Mansion, dude. Regular vanilla Haunted Mansion. Throw some pumpkins in there and call it a day. Throw some pumpkins in there. Don't overthink it. Swing through the zone and make contact. Instead, they do this Nightmare Before Christmas thing that doesn't make sense. Like, why are they there? They have nothing to do with this. And all of a sudden, they're taking over the whole thing, and they won't leave me alone. I'm like, I'm just trying to see the Haunted Mansion. Now Jack Skellington's yelling at me. Get out of here, Jack. That's what I think. Get out of here, dude. I'm so much better than iShowSpeed. It's crazy. God. Oh my God. At me. You know what sucked? You know what really sucked? I bought the tickets for Disneyland, and I was like, I'm gonna wait on the Lightning Lane and just like see what happens. When like the day of, I'll figure it out. Like if maybe we can skip it, like if the lines aren't too long, whatever. So I'm like, I'm going to wait. Let's see. And I was like, I looked it up. Lines weren't that long. I was like, oh, it's shaping up to be a decent day. Okay. It was a Sunday. And I noticed that weekends are actually not too bad at Disneyland anymore because all the passes are blacked out. So it's actually sometimes busier during the week, which is annoying. But dude, out of my control, not my fault, made me cranky. Didn't get to Disneyland till like 3 p.m. It might have been after that. It was late. And I'm like, I paid for a whole day of Disneyland, and now we're halfway done, and I'm not even in the park yet. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not getting Lightning Lane because there's no use. Because at that point, most of the Lightning Lanes are gone for the whole night. Like the good ones, right? They're gone. I open up my app to go scan in. And my app says, choose your Lightning Lane, young man. I had accidentally bought Lightning Lane. So guess what, dude? Used it once. Used it on Nightmare Before Christmas because that was the longest line, of course. So used it because I'm like, let's just get it out of the way. Hoping that if I get it now, I can get another one and get a ride that doesn't suck, like Space Mountain. By the time it was going to let me get another Lightning Lane, all the good rides were gone. Clap it up, dude. Good job. Wasted $160 to have a shorter line on a ride I don't even like. Instead of 50 minutes, the line was 30 minutes. $160. Got to see Jack Skellington yell at me when I'm trying to just see the Ghost Host and Madame Leota, dude. I just want to see Madame Leota and the singing statue heads. Dude, that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to see the hitchhiking ghost, dude. And instead I get ghost gifts. $160. Good job. Unbelievable, dude. I swear I didn't remember buying Lightning Lane. But hey, dude, at least I saved 20 minutes on Nightmare Before Christmas, which I don't even like. All the rest of the Lightning Lanes that were available was like Utopia, and it was a 10-minute wait anyways. So it's like, yeah, I don't, Yeah, no, I don't need that. Yeah. Dylan needs to go across America tour, show Speed how it's done. That's what I'm saying, dude. That ride is my 2-year-old nephew's favorite ride. Nightmare Before Christmas. Tell your 2-year-old nephew to get it together. Like, it's a fine ride. It's just regular Haunted Mansion is so much better. And just make a Halloween. Make a Halloween Haunted Mansion. I don't need Jack Skellington hanging around, dude. Freaking clinging on to me. And then they changed the stretching room, which I think I knew, but I forgot. The stretching room used to look up and his face would show up all big and scary. And now it's a video, dude. You're going to shut down Haunted Mansion for 6 months so that you can play a video of Jack Skellington yelling at us? And then I spend $160 to to wait 20 minutes shorter of a time? Crazy the things that go on. And none of these politicians are talking about it, dude. They're not talking about the real issues. They're not talking about the real issues. That I accidentally spent $160 on Lightning Lane passes that we only got to use once on a ride I didn't even like. Why is nobody talking about that? Brother told me my nephew was mad he didn't see a Nightmare Before Christmas Haunted Mansion off season. Tell your nephew to get it together, dude. Now, I've gotten 2 compliments on my voice lately, so I'm going to break it down. I'm going to get real smooth with it. I don't like my voice, but apparently some other people do. So I'm going to ride this prize horse until it collapses. Okay? So this is the sexy hour now. We're in the sexy hour. We did have a successful power hour at Disneyland. Now, if you don't know, the power hour is the last hour of the night. That's the power hour. That means that's when you really make it count, dude. So if you're behind on the leaderboard, if you're down a couple scores, that's when you make it up. He knows his stuff. You make it up in the power hour, dude. You make it up in the power hour. Guess what, dude? Ended the night with Peter Pan. That's a veteran move. That's Al Horford getting 3 blocks in a preseason game. That's what that is. I've never been to Magic Mountain. I want to go. I've wanted to go my whole life, but I always just go right past it at 90 miles an hour. I was thinking about going this trip actually, but I didn't want to go alone. I didn't feel like going alone. But one of these days, I got to make it happen, dude. I want to go so bad. And it sucks because there's so many rides I want to go on that I missed, you know? Like you procrastinate for your whole life and then things are gone. There's rides there that I wanted to go on that are gone. Isn't the Superman ride gone? I remember when that opened. I was like, oh, I got to go on that. Never went. Instead, he drops $160 on a lightning lane that he can only use once on a ride that he doesn't really even like. He's still a winner, though. He's still a winner, ain't he? Still went on the Matterhorn, dude. So let's just break it down. Going alone makes you stronger, dude. I'll go to Disneyland alone. Like I go a lot of places alone. I go to movies alone. I don't care. It's just like Magic Mountain for my first time feels weird alone. Like riding roller coasters feels weird alone. Like Disneyland, I can ride rides alone, like Pirates of the Caribbean, and just immerse myself in the world of the pirates ransacking the Spanish Main. I can do that, but like on a roller coaster feels weird. That probably is not based on anything. That's just me being weird. But maybe I'll do it then, dude. If you're put money up, I'll go. Procrastination makes me feel like a stoop boy from Hey Arnold. Dude, I love Hey Arnold. That was a great show. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap this up because I need to go get food before I perspire. Or not perspire, expire. I've been perspiring this whole time. Kid's got a tumor. Talk to my lawyers. Been single for almost 15 years. Dude, if I don't go alone, I won't be able to go anywhere. Damn. No, but I do most things alone. I really do. I do most things alone. I like being alone. I go to sports games alone. I do a ton of stuff alone. It just for some reason Magic Mountain feels weird alone. I don't know why that specifically feels weird, but it kind of does. Like even Great America, not too far from me, would feel weird alone. So I have no problem doing things alone though. I do everything alone. Dude, I did Alabama alone, you know? What else did I do? I was alone in Texas a lot. Traveling around, going to see the sights. You know? Watch a YouTube video dedicated to all the haunted spots inside Disneyland. Several people died. So, fun fact about me. Let's drop some Dylan lore. Okay? Let's drop some Dylan lore. When I was a kid, and we had like GeoCities. If anyone can find this, I would love you. I would love you, dude. I'll give you a handshake or a high five. When GeoCities was a thing, you could build your own website. You had to know HTML, though. It wasn't like build your own websites now. You could basically just start a website. I made a website that was all about haunted Disneyland. And it had all the crazy stories, all the creepy stories, all the lore. I collected it and compiled it from books, from all over, from the internet. And I had this website, and it actually got pretty popular. But I didn't really do anything with it. Just kind of withered away and just disappeared into the ether when GeoCities went away. But I had that site, and it was kind of popular. I kind of wish I would have did more with it because at that time, people would start sites, they would get really popular, and they would continue to evolve it and add to it. And then the sites got pretty big, and some of those, they're still like Disneyland blogs that started back then, and they're still going, and they get media credentials and all this stuff, and it's like, that's their career. I'm like, dang, I could have had a career talking about Disneyland. But I was a kid, dude. I was like 12 years old, 11 years old when I built that website. Don't eat. You should go to sleep hungry. You will wake up with a lot of motivation. No. I wish Angry Chicks was around here and open. Love to have a girlfriend. You can't make a woman love you. I know, dude. I wish I had this. I wish I had the ingredient. You know? Wish I had the ingredient. Trust me, I know. Dang, you knew HTML back then? Yeah, I mean, HTML was very, very simple. And once it got to like, I dabbled a little bit when like JavaScript and stuff like that was like getting popular. But at some point it lost me. I was like, oh, there's no way I can understand this. I'm not like a numbers and text guy. I am a creative guy. You know what I mean? I can do things in the real world or create things and stuff like that. I know history, I know that. But like when it comes to numbers and technical stuff, oh, your boy sucks. He sucks. So once the website started getting more and more complicated, I gave that up. I've built a couple websites since then, but I used, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I used like an app to do it. Taco Bell? It might be a Taco Bell night, dude. It might be a Taco Bell night. My options, let's see. I don't want to go too far. So my options are Taco Bell, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, In-N-Out. I missed Chick-fil-A. I think there's a Wendy's that's still open. That's not too far. There was a Wendy's right down the street from me, but it closed and they turned it into a Taco Bell. Wasn't a bad trade, but I would prefer it to be Wendy's just because it's a little different. I've had Taco Bell so much in my life. I've had Wendy's way less. Those are my options. Unless I go to grocery shop and I don't feel like it. I have not eaten today and I was running around a parade, dude. I just need someone to feed me. Okay? Maybe if I had a girlfriend. That's fine though. We get up and we make it happen, don't we? I might do Taco Bell. We might do Taco. Don't have to pull my arm, twist my arm, whatever the saying is. And yes, I got 2 other videos that are already out. They're already uploaded. They're gonna be coming out. I got the Ballers Parade video that'll be coming out. I overfilmed, like I said, too much jelly, dude. I used way too much jelly, and that's my new lesson. Only thing I like from Jack in the Box is their ice mochas. I don't know if I've ever had one. Dude, I want Angry Chick so bad, but there's not one around here. Or Cane's, dude. Oh, Raisin Cane's would hit the spot right now. Raisin Cane's would hit the spot, dude. Wendy's fries dipped in chili and chocolate frosty. Wait, dipped in chili and chocolate frosty. I mean, I've heard both, but at the same time? Or separately? I wouldn't do same time. That's wild. You're a wild guy. You're a wild guy, Jonathan. I think I've only had Wendy's chili like once. And you know what's messed up? I'm traumatized from the finger that they found in the chili, which was a scam. Like, they planted the finger. They were trying to scam Wendy's. So it shouldn't even scare me, but like, it does. Not at the same time. Okay, all right. Makes sense. I got some show and tell stuff for next week. That's right. That's right. He's back on the show and tell. I don't know if I have anything now, but I have some cool stuff to show you guys next week. Maybe I'll unbox my Pizza Planet truck, dude. I don't know. You know what was annoying today? My last complaint. And you know I don't like to complain, dude. I was thinking maybe of getting drone shots of the parade today, and like, it was just too busy. And then there was a freaking helicopter, a news helicopter filming. So I can't do that. And the parade was a short route, so like, I didn't even have time. But what sucked was I brought my drone, so I had a bag with a drone and all that. And so it was really heavy, and now my shoulders are sore. And that's cool. You know, it is what it is. It happens, dude. Sometimes you bring your drone and you don't use it. She tried to pull a similar scam years later. Wait, I gotta look that up. That'll be the last. We'll end on that. I'm gonna Wendy's chili finger scam wiki. Wendy's chili finger lady comes clean 2010. The scammer who history in the dark. That sounds like a cool YouTube channel. I'm gonna watch that later. Anna Ayala. World's attention by filing a lawsuit for a piece of human finger. She faced 10 years in prison. Damn, I can't. Nothing's saying like another incident. I'm going to look that up though. I'm going to look that up. Because that sounds like a fun story. And I like a fun story. Yeah? I like a fun story. Talk to my lawyers. What's Angry Chicks? Angry Chicks is a Nashville hot chicken sandwich place. It's a lot like Dave's Hot Chicken. But what I like, they have this mac and cheese bowl. So you get the mac and cheese. They throw the hot chicken in it. It works, dude. It works. Raising Cane's open up in Colma? Did it? Do I drive to Colma for Raising Cane? Nah, it's too far. That's too far. I live in the South Bay. I don't want to. That's good to know, though. The same lady. Oh, yeah. Bring back the cup. Oh, dude, I'll do the cups next week. They're in my bag. I think they're still in the car. I meant to do them. All right, yeah. Jonathan gave me some cups to rate. Not Bay Area Throwbacks, Jonathan, although one of the same cups that he asked about in the Discord and we gave a rating to is also part of that pile of cups. Everything is connected, dude. There's no such thing as a coincidence. And do you like how I clapped when I said dude? Because I enjoyed that part of it. Please appreciate the little tiny things that I do that are funnier than anything Kai Cenat or iShowSpeed have ever done. Okay, just appreciate. I'm just kidding. I know I'm not funny, dude. I know it's a waste of time. But I will get real smooth and sexy on you. I will do that, dude. And I haven't seen Kai Cenat do that. We'll do cup ratings and show and tell next week. And we'll probably have some other stuff to talk about. I didn't really talk about the Niners. I didn't really talk about... There's a lot of things I didn't talk about that we might need to touch on. But overall, I went to Southern California, had a good time. San Diego was lovely. Padres game was fun. The brisket fries... I wish I could have those right now. Not Scary Farm. I give it thumbs up, although I do have my criticisms. But we all know that I'm a positive guy, dude. I don't complain. Disneyland was fun, although I spent $160 to have a slightly shorter line on a ride I don't like. And that's it. Yeah, and go Ballers, dude. Can't wait for next year. When the video comes out, I might talk about some things more. Like I might remember some more stories or whatever. Good things coming for the Ballers, that's for sure. Shout out D Honey. I feel bad because I should have like taken a cool video of these braids at Not Scary Farm, like in a cool place, but I didn't. You guys have a good week. Big Daddy Dylan Saragosa. Dude, I forgot about that guy. Can't wait for next Sunday's complaints. Oh, he's figured me out. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, share, do all the cool things cool kids do. Something other tours, not variety. So many videos in the can. They're ready to come out, dude. I'm going to start popping off, dude. Okay? I just got to get this Ballers video out. And then probably like next week or so, I'm going to buy my tickets to Buffalo. I'm going to make it official. We're going to Buffalo, kids. Pack your bags. Okay? Get something to eat. I will. What if I fell asleep before eating? That'd be crazy. Shout out Last Dive Bar. Shout out Gamer Athletics. He doesn't watch my streams anymore. Shout out Variety. Shout out my old school Giants. And shout out the Ballers, dude. I love this pin. I just hate that it spins, dude. It's a fidget. It's a fidget pin, dude. I didn't want the fidget pin. I just want a regular pin, dude. I appreciate you guys. All right. Vertlife and all that and all the good stuff. And there's, like I said, monster episode coming out. before Halloween. I had some other creepy ones I wanted to do before Halloween. I haven't had the chance, and that sucks. But they're still on my docket. But like Bay Area, creepy Bay Area history and mysteries. Stuff we love. Sound like Roseanne Barr when you're hungry. Oh no. It's about time you're going to Buffalo. Can't believe they lost tonight. Did they lose? Dude, I haven't even checked the scores, dude. I was busy in the championship parade. Sue me, dude. Talk to my lawyers, dude. But I didn't see like any scores. I saw the Blue Jays beat the Yankees. That's about it. I'm going to go check the scores and watch highlights probably right now. And then maybe Nosferatu. We'll see. All right, I love you guys so much, dude. Vertlife, dude, I'm madly, deeply in love with you guys. I'll die for you. Okay? Come back to bed. All right, love you guys. Vertlife. See you next week. Thank you for coming.